Okay, so let me introduce you. Because the funny thing is about
that's hilarious.
About this gentleman right here is that.
Oh, do us a favor. Pull the label off of your bottle, please. The water. Yeah.
The funny thing about this gentleman here, or like about this conversation, is like we've been knowing each other, all of us, for years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is just a regular thing for us, just like to buck each other and just fucking chop it up. You know what I'm saying? But for the people who are living under a rock and who don't know who this gentleman is, we have the gambling man, Bishop Brigante, in the motherfucking building.
For giving life to your kids, oh God. On my block it was taught not to trust nobody. Keep your mouth shut, I don't trust nobody.
Yo, thank you for having me. And I think it's super dope that we're kind of doubling back now, because we did something like this, and we did the King of the Dot one.
Yes.
But I mean, there's when me and you talk, there's so many layers that never get touched on. So I like that this is the platform that I'm able to talk about a couple of things that that don't get touched on.
Yo, when we
double back. The double back talk.
The double back. Yeah, man. Yo, when we buck each other just on road or just like at a spot and we have these conversations like, yo, you remember when this happened? Remember when this? So one thing I've never asked you myself is Brigante. What does Brigante mean?
It means like a bandit. It's like a bandit, like a raccoon.
Okay.
A raccoon, eh?
It's a bandit. Yeah, it's like a that's what the ultimate definition is. It's a bandit. It derives from the reason why it became my name and my images. That's a characteristic and a vibe that I maintain as far as like, I like to be in the shadows. I'm a late night guy. You know what I mean? I barely sleep, and it's also from my favorite movie. And when I was, rapping and coming up and doing everything that I was doing, that was kind of a way that people got their names. My first, like when everybody called me Bishop, that was given. When and when I was battling on various radio stations when I was coming up, it was Bishop the Silencer.
Okay.
It was Bishop something else.
Sorry to interrupt. That's the Eat the Beat times.
Before that. Actually, wait, no. Because Eat the Beat was when I was discovered, so it was after that. But I was just like on Eat the Beat, I was Bishop. After that, it was like Bishop the Silencer. I'd be going on Cutthroat Island. What are those guys' names again? They had the whole that Rainbow was in. Oddities. And then they had
that's going back.
But they had a show on 88.1 as well.
Cutthroat Island.
Cutthroat Island was when people would call in and rap, and if you sucked, you got chopped.
Yeah.
Really?
And I was like,
this is what year?
The 90s.
For that. Late 90s.
Yeah. This is before I moved here.
This is like 96, 97 probably.
Circle Research was the show.
Okay,
yes.
Circle Research. Okay, yeah.
Cutthroat.
Circle Research is kind of they don't get enough praise from me as far as the beginning of my career, because it was all about Eat the Beat. It was all about that Saturday afternoon hip hop show, and then the freestyle segment where I just cooked everybody. But there was maybe I can't remember what night it was. You could tag these guys in the videos, and they'll jump up and say what nights it was. It might have been Tuesday night from like 1 a.m. till 3.
Okay.
And then I would I'd be on my grind hustling, and I'd stop at a payphone and I'd call up. And this is payphone time.
Yeah.
This is not.
Enough man called into that show.
So you're just on the payphone, just spitting bars.
Just cooking all the time, and they always showed love. So like they were also instrumental in getting the word out about this guy from Scarborough that was just the hungriest dude ever. And then there was the Master Plan show, which we made 9.5, and so I had been in various competitions.
Cut your teeth.
Yeah, I've been in various competitions once I started on Eat the Beat, but I had done as many as I could because I just felt if you were ever trying to beat the best, that was going to be me.
So what's the battle record?
Yeah.
Wow. I can admit to a loss.
Okay.
I can admit to a loss. I can accept a debatable. So I can accept one loss, which was Jin the third time.
Okay.
I can accept a debatable in the written era with Pass.
Okay.
Which I posted today. And other than that, I've never lost a battle. I've never lost a battle.
When did you think, when you heard this motherfucker coming at you with what he had, you're like,
oh, I gotta step it up.
This could be a long night.
Oh, this guy got me on the ropes.
Okay, so
This guy got me under, I gotta throw some real heavy haymakers right now to get out of this round, or it's not looking good for me.
Yeah.
you know, is this you?
Yeah.
You know what's tough is shout out to everybody that was involved in that third battle, in the setup of it. The thing that was different about that battle, and again,
And not to interrupt you again, what battle is this?
Jin.
this is Jin the third
But
time.
what venue was it?
Okay, so there's a trilogy. I battled Jin the first time at Turbo.
To see me perform, I'm ripping it. It's whack. They boo, but they loved me a second ago. I got a weapon to flow.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jin had, he did his run on 106 in Park, and he came to Toronto on a run.
White Fang battled him too, I think, at one point.
That night.
That same night.
That night.
I was in the building.
So we were at Turbo, and it was 90% Asian people, which was awesome, which was really cool.
That's
because
crazy.
it was good to see.
It showed up.
It was good to see the community come out to support him. I had never seen a hip hop show with that many Asian people.
Yeah.
Right. So it was pretty dope.
Yeah.
However, he was on the radio earlier in that day, saying that he was here to battle the best, and it was known that during that time that was me. So I showed up to the venue, and I was like, "Yo, what's up? This guy's calling out for the champ. Here I am."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Nah, he's not gonna battle you. He's not gonna battle you. We're just keeping it light. He's on a promo tour, a little run. He's gonna keep it light."
Yeah.
So I just went there. I went there with a couple homies, whatever we were drinking, and he was battling everybody. He battled White Fang, he battled somebody else, and he was just running through everybody.
he dealt with White Fang.
And these are all off the heads.
Yeah, this is freestyle. This is freestyle off the top, right?
Yeah.
It was a good night.
And then he says,
A lot of
and then all of a sudden, he's cooking everybody. And all of a sudden, that crowd full of 90% Asian people start screaming, "Big shot, big shot, big shot." And I'm just at the bar watching this shit go down.
Is this me they're talking about?
So all of a sudden, Jin went on the mic and was like, "Man, what? Man, who the fuck is Bishop?" And that was it. I said,
You crossed the line now.
Made a mistake.
Yeah.
You said my name.
Yeah.
I jumped up on the stage and we went at it. They didn't call a winner, but you can find the footage. It's online.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah, all the battles are. Fast forward. Yeah.
That was a good night though.
Fast forward now to the second time.
Okay.
You're an R&B singer. I'm doing the way my shit. Ain't gonna do can't play me. You're a rough rider. What you do in no place for the chasing.
And now we're at the second one.
Carmen nightclub in Mississauga by the
Wow.
on Dixon. Right? So now I was actually just chilling, and I got word that he had a show. He had already dropped his album now, his Rough Riders his album.
The Speak Chinese album.
Yeah, Learn Chinese or whatever. And so he's been out now. He's been doing his thing, and he's got a show in Toronto now. This is not a Chinese or an Asian crowd that he's in front of. So I got word that he was at Karma. He was having a show. So I was like, oh, cool. Like, I battled this guy. Like, whatever. I'm going to go check out his show, see how it is. Completely on the humble. So I go to the venue by myself. I know one of the owners, and I'm known. I'm doing my thing. I'm Bishop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can pull up. I pulled up. They showed love, and I wanted to come see the guy's show. So I hope that didn't sound arrogant. I just meant that.
No, talk your shit.
No.
Man. Fuck
At
that.
that time, nah, but you know.
No, what it is, what it is,
I like
though.
to be humble, right?
Yeah,
So,
dog, you've been a known
I've been doing
name
my
in
shit.
this scene for years. Talk your
Alright,
shit.
So I pull up, whatever, and I go to the VIP area, and I see him. So I'm just doing my thing. I'm walking in, whatever, and I notice that it's an all ages type of crowd. I feel like it's a little bit of an all ages crowd or whatever. And I see Jin, so I'm like, oh, you know, whatever. I walk over, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? You know, you gotta show shit with Paige.
Yeah.
Man, what's up? He's like, yeah, man, yeah, it's good to see you, man. Da, da, da. I'm like, all right, cool, man, whatever. We just chopping it up, small talk, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, his manager and his homie and one of his bodyguards, they're like, you know, like pre me, right? So that the man's like, yo, can we talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah, what's up? So I walk over with them. They pull me to the side or whatever, and they're like, yo, what's up, man? Every time we come to Canada, we hear the same shit about you. We talk shit about Jin, yo.
Oh, man.
Better than Jin, yo. You talking that shit. We rough riders now. That's what he's saying, right?
Wow.
This is verbatim, right? Now,
Well, this isn't Jin. This
no.
Peoples.
This is Peoples.
They walk me, like, they're like, yo, can we talk to you?
Yeah, let's come around here. Yeah.
So I looked at the dude, and I was like, I'm like listening to what they're saying, right? And I'm like, the only thing I can think of to say is, look, are you gonna bark in my face or are you gonna bite? Because I don't give a fuck what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm better than them, but I don't care what you're gonna talk about. You're like standing up close to this shit, right? So then, all of a sudden, out the side, and I'm not gonna quote this wrong, and I'm pretty sure that it might have been Blake Carrington, Keegan De Niro, and a couple other people, and maybe even Chris, that were on the sidelines, and they said, and I heard this young kid say, yo, is that Bishop? Is he by himself? And these three motherfuckers rolled in between us, and they were like, man, fuck Rough Riders. And they fucking like jumped in the middle of all of this, and it made me look like hella fucking cool, dog. 'Cause I looked at the guys like, okay, we're even now.
Yeah, it's a good round.
But then, so then Jin comes scurrying over. I say that because he was moving like a mouse. He comes scurrying over and he's like, hey man, just
What's going on here?
be cool, right? He goes, hey listen man, did you come here to watch the show or did you come here to battle? I said,
Oh.
I came here to watch your show, dog. That's it. What the problem is, bro?
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, cool, boom. So everything's cool. Everybody diffuses and everybody goes away, and then, you know, the young boys. And I'm pretty sure that's who it was. I never had another conversation with Blake about it because it just kind of happened, and then it just kept it moving, right?
I can't wait to post this.
Yeah, right. So then,
I see Blake almost all the time too. He's in Parkville.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure, like,
He's gonna respond.
yeah, I'm pretty sure because it was that energy. It was a young Blake Carrington, and he was like, and I believe it might have been Keegan and Chris. You know what I mean? There might have been all three of them there in the cut, and they just like they jumped in the middle of that scenario because these guys were trying to press me. I wasn't like shook, but they were trying to press me, and these guys, you know, younger than me, jumped up and like, yo, they were like, not our Toronto.
But that's Toronto for you,
Yeah,
yo.
exactly.
That's Toronto. Well, you fuck with one Toronto and you're fucking with all of us,
Exactly.
bro.
Yeah.
Especially when it's America, like, yo, in that situation where the man looks and say, hold on, man's outnumbered and I know that guy, yo, I'm gonna stand with that, man.
So now, and some of these stories are gonna seem a little bit whatever, but I gotta give you the information, right? So now I'm standing on the balcony of the VIP section. It's packed in this place. He starts the show. Nobody's rocking with it. It's not the energy, bro. He's just not getting the response. It's not hitting. He's in the screw face. It's just not landing the way
Okay, in the
he was
screw
hoping,
face.
right? I'm just chilling. I don't wish bad on anybody. Like, damn, that sucks. Your show's not popping, but I'm still there. You know what I mean?
I show love where love's due.
All of a sudden, he stops, and this is what you don't see on YouTube. You only see on YouTube the second battle. You just see I'm already on the stage. But what happens is he literally must have spoke to somebody and was like, prepared this. So I'm going to tell you now, there's a stage And then all the way up on the stage, there's a balcony, VIP section to Karma. So I'm literally leaning on the rail looking at the show from the side of the stage. He's like, yo, man, every time I come to Canada, I hear the same thing. You lost the Bishop, or would you battle Bishop, or you should battle Bishop, Bishop.
Yeah.
Driving them nuts. So it's like, everybody makes a noise for your boy Bishop. And there's a fucking strobe light that fucking...
The sound man, the light man, say, yo, light man, hear this, what, hear what?
Yo,
See him over there in the corner?
You're fire.
Hit him up.
Toronto sound guy, light him up. Fire. It didn't work out for him, anyways. So he put the light on. Right? So I'm literally like, I got a drink in my hand. He's like, make sure, and the crowd goes, ah. And I'm like, I throw my six up, I'm chilling. I'm like, yo, whatever. I'm like, but they can't hear me. So he's saying what he's saying, and he goes, yo, you know, I just talked to Bishop upstairs, and he told me he's the best thing that Canada will ever have. I didn't say that to him. The whole crowd started booming, because we don't rock like that. So we don't rock with that. So yo, y'all want to see me battle Bishop right now and take him out?
Whoa.
The whole place went crazy.
Yeah, man, don't know what he's doing.
The owner came out. They had police at the front door. The police had to monitor the door. All the security was able to leave the front, and nobody was in and out. This was going the fuck down.
Wow.
Right? So now I'm up in the VIP. The owner comes to me and goes, yo, come this way. I remember, if y'all go back and look at my first video about That's the Way, when I walked through the kitchen.
Check it out. Okay, the city says they need a single from Bizz.
That's where the owner took me. Shout out to Ben. He took me through the kitchen to this hallway to get to the stage. The way I entered that shit, they had these huge guardians and shit have to lower me down from the. It was very gladiator. I'm not even fronting like
That's crazy.
I'm not even fronting for a little bit.
That's crazy.
It was wild. But here's the joke. This whole time that this whole event's going on, I didn't pay any attention to who the DJ was. It was DJ X. The guy that discovered me.
Wow.
DJ X is the godfather of my career. And I look up and I see X and I'm like,
wow.
the fuck? And he's looking at me just like, you know what I'm saying? He knows what we're gonna do.
I don't even need to tell him what to do. He knows what's gonna happen. He already knows once I touch the mic what's gonna happen. He's gonna set the beat I like. I don't even need to look at him and be like, yeah, that's the beat. He knows the beat he's gonna drop is a beat he knows that I'm going to murder Jin on.
Wow.
And then the video starts. And we went at it, and that was his concert, and he left his concert early. I signed autographs at his concert. I left with a couple of chicks, some baddies, maybe more than a couple.
Hey.
And then he went on MuchMusic the next morning and had an interview with Namageni. Namageni said to him on air, he said, "What happened last night?" And you know what time this was? This was the introduction of the world to time ports, to two-way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all of our two-ways were blinging from Canada to America to everywhere. You know what happened with Jin and Bishop in Toronto, and it rang bells. And that was that. And he, you know, they asked him what happened on there, and he said, you know, just about shit. And she was kind of baiting him to say some shit, but he felt bad. And
he knew himself.
She was trying to get
and then we ended up.
clickbait.
And then we ended up on the same flight to New York the next day.
Oh wow.
And then when we landed in New York, everything was cool, waiting for the plane, whatever. And then when we landed in New York, guess what they tried to do?
Battle.
They tried to press me.
Again.
The same guy.
Oh my gosh.
Until they heard, yo, and then they heard my man Swabe 7 come walking down the fucking airport, meeting me in New York City.
Wow.
Yo, what's going on?
Attitudes changed.
Everything changed.
Everybody's attitude changed.
So it's kind of funny, man. But then, okay, so that part of the story doesn't matter. But then Fast forward now to the third time. We battled 3 times. So we
Trilogy.
In the trilogy of Jin.
So we have two dope battles. I feel personally that I got them in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I probably got the biggest forward I ever got in a rap battle.
Right.
And it's all you'll see it if you look at the footage. And then the third time, Neil from Mass Appeal, who was the one who was constructing all of Jin's shows every time he was there. Shout out to my man RG, who was always the host. They contacted me and they're like, "Yo, we got to do the third one." And their vibe on it was that they felt that Jin won the first one.
Okay.
I don't feel he did.
Yeah.
Nobody felt he did, but
There was no judges anyway.
right. But their angle was Jin won the first one, you won the second one. Let's finish this off with the third.
Right.
I wasn't even thinking about how Jin had just got destroyed by Serious Jones on MTV. And Serious Jones was cooking him with writtens. This was the beginning of the written era.
Smack times
This
and
is
all
when
that.
this is when it's beginning, right? It's like now somebody came in, Serious Jones, and beat Jin decisively, but with writtens. It was
Yeah.
bad. It was really bad for Jin.
Yeah.
This is one of his worst losses, except for after that.
This is when he started
Sullivan.
going down too
Big
because
time.
like the Rough Rider shit wasn't working out,
Right.
all that. Yeah.
So now he's
downward
now he
spiral.
needs now he needs a moment, right? He needs a bounce back.
And he's a pickup.
So he's thinking, they're thinking,
Let's use Bishop.
let's go battle.
Shot
Bishop.
of adrenaline, right?
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't looking at it like that because at this point I'm now being courted by Bodog.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm having my firstborn son, and these are not excuses. This is just reality, right? So I accept my L, but I'm being courted by Bodog. I have a kid on the way. You know, everything is very different in my life since the second battle, and I don't freestyle battle in competitions anymore. Like I had done 106 in Park by the time I battled in the second time.
And we're gonna talk about that.
And I'm now making music,
Yeah.
right? So they approached me and they're like, "Yo, we'll give you this money, whatever, and then promote that there's a $5,000 prize or whatever." And they really went hard and pushed it.
Yeah.
I didn't write for it because it's not what I do. It's not what I was.
Yeah.
I'm not from that cloth in battle rap where that was something that was considered legal.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was bad.
taboo.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad to do. It wasn't what you were supposed to do, right?
Yeah, you weren't expected. You're expected to come there, show up, and freestyle.
And get and if you're better than me, then we're gonna find out right now.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, times have changed, but at this moment, it's not the way it goes. You
Right.
don't do that, right? So I didn't come prepared with shit to fucking cook it with. I just came, and whatever beat was gonna drop was gonna delegate the path of my flow,
Yep.
what I was gonna say, what you were
Everything.
wearing, everything.
Yeah.
That's what mattered, and that's what was the true test of the skill, was the moment.
It's the era. That's the era you're coming from. Where it
Yeah.
was. You look at a man and you talk about your shoes and your hat and
if you happen to know something,
Yeah.
you fit it in there. But you know what I mean. That was the time.
Right.
So when I got there and when I got on, and I made sure I had on a fire outfit. I had on like fucking $3,000 Evisu shoes, fucking Evisu, like a full Evisu track, jean and hoodies.
Evisu times.
Yeah, like when it was like super expensive, right? And so I made sure I was dressed properly or whatever, and there was no way he was going to be able to, bad mind my clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
And we were going to go at it. I get there, we're on stage, and they decide at that point, no beat. It's going to be a cappella.
Oh wow.
There's no beat now. Okay, what the fuck's going on? This is weird. Who goes first? So he's gonna go first. I still got this. I talk. My bad.
Rose one smoked out, yeah.
All right.
So no beat.
No beat. So I'm
some
like,
air in this room
so
right
something's going on. Something's going on, right? I'm feeling something's happening.
Right.
And we're at government.
Shout out to
I
government.
remember this,
Government.
Yes, keep going.
And the only people that had any type of backup for me was Jellystone and his whole crew. They actually were like rooting for me. Everybody in the crowd was not rooting for me.
Right.
I don't know what happened. I don't know where I went wrong, but at this moment, they weren't there to rock with me.
Yeah.
So maybe they promoted it a specific way, because you can do that. You can promote to places that don't like me. You can promote to a certain demographic. You could do that. How far they went to do it, I don't know.
Right.
But I already lost when I walked in the building. I was already down points, right? So now there's no beat. Fuck. This is not the way it's supposed to go.
Right.
Why are we doing this? I have no say. Jin's gonna go first. Okay. This guy fucking starts rapping, and from every fucking thing he said, completely was destroying me. Like destroying me.
Yeah.
And it was
off the head.
Not even close.
This is research.
And it's like very specific, direct, personal.
Premeditated.
I need to fucking kill you. Shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Oh, wow.
wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, holy fuck. This is,
I wasn't ready for this.
Right. And you know what? And as much as it, and yo, it was a bad night. I couldn't, there was no round I recovered. I couldn't. Nothing I said landed. Nothing I said was as polished. Nothing I said was able to.
The energy was just off.
It was gone. I was literally on stage, absorbing the L as like the only way I could. And the only people that had my back was like Jelly and them, and a couple of people that came with me, right? But and that was literally the first time in my entire battle rap history that I ever lost a battle.
Wow.
Like lost. Like we're battling and I'm the guy that lost the battle. So
that's one.
And it crushed me. And that was a very, very, very important lesson for me.
Okay. Let's stay on there for a quick second. How did you feel after that? Like devastated. Like when you walked off the stage, like what was going on in your mind?
I was devastated. Absolutely devastated. Because it was there was nothing in my mind that made me think I was going to lose that battle going there. Because I'm sharp. I'm sharp, and I'm lyrically at a point in my life where I'm like, I'm the most comfortable in my skin. I'm getting a deal. I feel good about the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm not worried about this battle. I'm gonna cook him because I don't think he's as good as me, right? And he fucking gave with all that shit.
Wow.
And I never would have expected it, because I looked at him as a pure battle rapper, like a freestyle battle rapper. I looked at him as that. I wouldn't have battled him twice if I thought he was just some way shoot. Yeah. He was doing his shit. And he was one of us. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing his shit. And but he came with Britons that night and destroyed me. And I was devastated. I was devastated. And it changed a lot of my life. Here's how. You cannot appreciate sunshine properly without experiencing rain. You cannot experience a full belly without being starving. You know what I'm saying? For me, I went my entire bunch of years being discovered and rapping on the radio and never losing. So I was always just like, I always felt good. I didn't care who was around me, because even if you just battle on the radio,
put that one out.
Even if you just battle on the radio like 88.1, it changes your life. People hear you on the radio.
So a lot of people listening,
right, and it changes your life. I wasn't just like the guy that could pop up at your hood and you'd have to battle him, because that's where I began. Right, going to Bendale, going to different schools, going here battling people, different hoods, and some memorable ones, some bad ones, some good ones. You know what I mean? But I always ended up the victor. So I had never had
experienced the L, right?
And it was devastating because there was people that were supposed to be there that weren't there afterwards. Like people that weren't there afterwards, and there was people that were. And the people that were there afterwards meant the world to me because I had lost my world. It's not that serious, but when you're the person in the mix of it, and this is your life, and this is your come up, and this is how you became who you are.
Club. This is pre-Instagram.
It is.
Everybody's seen there then.
Yeah,
because the word
it's devastating.
The word gets around faster than even with social media. You'd be surprised.
And all they're saying is, so it's not even like you're able to visualize it and come up with your own opinion on it.
Nobody was there with their phones recording it.
Yeah, no, they didn't have phones that do that. And so like it wasn't posted. You can go, hey yo, you heard Bishop got destroyed, right? And you'd be like, oh nah, hell no, not Bishop. And then you'll watch, you'd be like, wasn't as bad as you said. You didn't have that, so it was just words.
It's word of mouth
going around.
Okay.
So everybody,
broken telephone.
So the word is, I got destroyed. I got destroyed.
He said by the time you get back to Scarborough.
That's exactly what it is. It's word of mouth. It's getting around broken telephone, word of mouth style. When what really happened is you lost. It wasn't as bad as it was, but by the time you hear it from 5 different sources or 10 different sources, the man tore out Bishop's back live on stage.
Yeah, it was bad.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's not really what happened.
Let me ask you something though.
Yeah.
Because that's something that was in a club, and only the people there could witness it and whatever. But there was one thing which was like a default. One thing that both you and Jin have in common: 106 and Park.
Where you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada. You know what I'm saying? Representing Section 6.
Yeah.
I'm watching, and this is something regular with Bishop. Okay, let me show you something.
We talked about this though.
What,
how we got on 106 and Park?
No.
Oh, okay.
There's something else I want to ask about that.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching, and I see him pop up, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is a regular thing. I'm watching a movie. Oh shit, there's Bishop. I'm watching 106 and Park. Oh fuck.
I get so many messages about when this shit happens too.
Right?
Like all the time. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I work.
You fucking cursed, bro.
No, I didn't.
You did?
I didn't.
You that day you were arguing with Free and
No, what happened is this, man. I bamboozled the system, and they didn't like it. I bamboozled the system.
Finessed it.
It was like I'm the finesse god. All right, I'm the finesse god.
If you remember, he told us he finessed his
it
way up.
It was
something about way back.
That's season 1.
Yeah, but like that was the finesse of all finesses, because the week prior to that event, it was just like saw Busta Busta gave me a name, saw this guy, saw this person, and just accumulated names, and I just kept leaving messages on answer machines. Nobody checks the messages, but I just kept doing that. And then anyways, you guys go back, I don't want to tell the whole story, but basically what happened was I finessed it.
Go back to the episode earlier in the SoundCloud, you'll be able to find that.
So then basically what happened was there was I found by the grace of God that the woman that was the most important woman that I needed to speak to walked outside of the building, and I stopped her in the middle of the street and told her, hey, Bishop, I'm from Canada, I'm here, I'm supposed to be battling. And long story short, she went up and listened to her messages. And when she listened to her messages, oh shit,
that's right,
this guy's supposed to be battling. And she told the other guy, you can't battle today, it's going to be him, and that was the finesse. Yeah, so that was the first week, and I cooked. When I got disqualified, like officially disqualified, I didn't say, they said I said shit.
You said yes.
They said watching, I'm like, no, I didn't say shit, but they didn't air it saying shit. They bleeped it out. So there was no room for the argument. I couldn't argue it but they had never done that before. They had never bleeped something out, or when somebody swore, it got aired. They bleeped my shit out because I was cooking that girl. Whoever the girl was, I was cooking her. Lil Wayne, I didn't hear the cuss word. Everybody was like, what?
What cuss word?
Yeah. So I said shit.
Yeah.
I might have said something like, I'm rocking this ish like Weezy Wayne, and after this battle, I'm gonna need some brains or something. Like, you better off getting me off because I said that.
Yeah, for sure.
Not shit. But I didn't say shit.
I remember I was like, fuck! I was so cheesed.
You know what?
Canada was cheesed.
Yeah, you may say like that, and you probably said it fat. You know, they probably think you said shit.
Right.
And you're like, nah, man, I know how to censor music, bro.
Right.
Like, you know, it's
Free and AJ jumped on.
You're out of here. You're out of here. Pack your bags. You're gone.
Yeah, that's right. Because they're like, no, this guy can't come from Canada and cook dirt. No.
Wow.
You know what though? When I think about it now, it was a blessing. That was a blessing because I came home and again that had taken me to levels that was getting on 106 in Park was considered by everybody's thought impossible.
Yeah.
Every person I met in New York said it was impossible.
Bro, from Toronto.
And I got on that show. And I didn't have footage.
Nothing.
I didn't have a bunch of battles and hey, he's good, we should get him on there.
Bro.
I fucking got on that show because I said I've done every battle in Toronto and I need to expand. So I said, I'm out of here. And I fucking went and did that shit.
Yeah.
And everybody said, you won't be able to get on the show. And I got on that fucking show. And that's it.
You won.
So
Yeah.
You won.
Yeah.
with all the
I rapped on the
battling,
other guy's 30. Like I just ran amok. I just caused problems.
Yeah.
But you had to remember me. There was no. I wasn't leaving room for that. Yo, listen, real shit, right? The moment that they say, "Yo, we're about to go live," my mouth went dry. I was like out of there.
Tasty.
I was nervous. I was like, I wasn't representing Jersey. I wasn't representing Brooklyn. I was representing Canada.
the whole country, not just
Like the
Toronto.
Raptors right now. It's not just we're not just for Toronto. We're representing the country.
Yeah.
So there's a lot on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they said we're going live in 2 minutes,
Oh shit.
I was out of there and I said, "Oh my god, I need water." They didn't give a fuck about me. I didn't get a cup of water.
Wow.
I didn't get a fucking cap of water thrown at me.
Yeah.
Nothing, right? So when I
Cotton mouth the kid.
bad. So when I did my first round, it was trash. Cause I was just like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't come. It's not coming to me. I'm dry, I'm nervous, everything's not coming to me.
Yeah.
And I start rapping and it's trash. Oh my God. I should have been the fuck out of there. I should have been gone. And then all of a sudden he starts rapping and he chokes.
Brett, whoever said you was nice to liar. How you trying to rap? Yesterday sang in the church choir. Come on, dog, you need to. Yo.
Where we're from,
Chokes is no good.
hey, listen, B, it's over for you. It's over. Okay. And if you watch the footage, because it's online, as soon as he chokes, there's something that happens in my face, and I go, and I just, and it's hilarious. It's hilarious because it's like I opened up a fucking like some type of camera in my eye, and like a laser came out some shit, but I literally went.
Laser focus.
And then I was like, should I pick it up for you, dog? Because it looks like you can't rap. And I turned the camera on. I'm like, matter of fact, camera, come on. Give me some rap. Can't even hold the beat. And then like I got those bars out. Then he tries again. And he was repeating the same thing. So remember, this is not good. So I look at him and go, you repeat the same thing because it's a written. Nah, this is a real freestyle submission. Right? And then I'm snapping there again. Right? I'm like, you whacking that head back to your spot. Bitch, I rock the spot for the home T dot. Like, wilding.
Yeah.
They tried to disqualify me. See, we said we wasn't going to tell the whole story. But listen, they tried to disqualify me. They said, we didn't even hear the other guy rap. They said, you're better. Cameron said, you're better.
Yeah.
And you woofed out on him, but
He didn't get to rap.
he didn't get to rap. I said, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I
See his
can't.
opportunity.
Yeah, I was choking.
And now that was the only time somebody rapped on somebody else's 30 seconds. So then they came back from commercial. They said to Cam, they go, guys, you can't say off camera. They go, you can't say that he won, but you're disqualifying him. You don't make the rules. If it went the way it went, that's what it is. So we're gonna come back from commercial and we're gonna do it again. And I was like, oh man.
Wow,
now my momentum is gone, right? But maybe not. So then I battled him again. I was like, you a champion? I don't even know. I said something. It wasn't as good as the first one. And then he rapped again and he choked, and then I just stayed quiet. And then I did the worst documented Harlem Shake ever.
This is online, right?
You're gonna rush me. You're gonna rush me. The worst. Listen, you know what? Don't do me dirty, all right? I'm taking ownership for the worst documented Harlem Shake ever. Please.
You went there with the Harlem Shake.
Yeah. I felt bad for him. I even did the little light flip at the end. But it was like very badly done. So you guys can roast me online, but just don't play the video 30 times. So, but that's not a splice spot for you for the editing.
Okay, let me stop.
Don't kill me.
You've been battling, and we've gone through a lot of different battles, right? But then, lo and behold, you know, after with all the raps, because you've done a lot of interviews, right, over the years. So we're not gonna ask you the same stuff that you've been asked in other interviews. Like, hey, where'd you grow up?
Right.
Like everybody knows that Bishop represents fucking Scarborough, Section 6.
Okay, put 3 fingers on each hand, baby. We got the whole Section 6 family on a happier note.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know and you follow Toronto hip hop, then you are fucking.
Well, you don't follow Toronto hip hop.
You don't.
Yeah,
you just don't. Yeah.
You don't properly anyway.
Right? But
learn your history, people.
How did you? And you dropped a bombshell on us earlier. So, you know, are we gonna have that bombshell?
Yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about it for sure.
Okay, so KOTD.
Yeah.
That's the fire.
The crew that you were formerly down with.
Yeah. Or
the team, or the organization.
The company that that I was working with for 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you come to start working with them? Because that was this Battle League popped up, and I remember seeing the Battle League, and I remember seeing Organic and them, but then as it started to grow, I was like, oh,
like by the
Bishop again.
Probably by the third event that they threw.
Yeah.
Somebody, Bizz, that used to. Well, he's been so much since he was that, but he used to run the Crack House Radio, Bizz in Scarborough.
Yeah.
Really good friend of mine. He had brought me to an event.
Okay.
I knew Organic prior to that because I used to throw rap battles. I used to throw events. I threw one with BET in Toronto with one of the hosts or whatever, Crave TV.
Yeah.
I threw the Echo Fest one where JD Harris battles Scandalous, which is hilarious because I saw the interview and I had set up that entire event.
I remember.
And Shirley the Animal was there, who was my arch nemesis.
You walked into the crowd.
Yeah. And that battle with JD Era and Scandalous was incredible.
Legendary.
Yeah. And
20 ranking.
Yeah, 20 ranks.
We had the banners.
I battled Scandalous too.
I know.
I battled him at
Pony?
Yeah, he was there as well.
But he won the Pony battle.
Well, okay.
So then that would be another L.
You want to talk about it?
Well, see? You want to talk about it?
You want to talk about it? No, we're talking about it. Fuck out of here.
Because I already said, one debatable.
Don't ever put my wins and losses in question. We're going to talk about it.
No, I'm just saying because...
So here's what happened.
Before you start with that, because I know that Pony battle he was won because that's when I first started him.
The Pony battle he was given. He did not win the Pony battle. He was given the Pony battle. Now, disclaimer. I respect Scandalous, Gandhi, Tony Ranks. I respect him. Okay? The first time he was ever on a radio to battle was because I called the radio on three-way and put him on the radio because I thought he was incredible. Okay? And I have a lot of respect for him.
He's a dope ass.
Incredible. So, when we first battled the first time, that was actually poor setup on the organization because we were the best in the city for what we were doing. I was definitely like the leader of it, but he was definitely the guy that was currently cooking everybody, right? So the torch had already been passed as far as radio wise. So, and he's from Scarborough, so we had that camaraderie, right? We battled the first time. He did something that he wasn't supposed to do. It backfired on him. We had said if our names get drawed, we're not going to diss each other. We're just going to rap, and whoever raps better will get the decision. Right. He decided at that point, because he's scandalous, he decided to just fucking go at me. No, he fucking stand a shot. That motherfucker was like throwing blades at me, fucking
empty out the toolbox.
Went ham. I'm looking at my friend like, you motherfucker.
Oh, really?
You know what the fucking funny thing was? We were the first two names drawn for the night. We were the first two names drawn for the night.
Wow.
It was like, that's not how it's supposed to start. If anything, it's going to end this way. Yeah. But this is how it started. Wow. And he went at me, so then at that point I was like,
okay, gloves off.
You're done. And I cooked him, and it was over. So he was the fuck out of there. The second time that we were on the same thing, JD Era was there. And I remember JD Era had said to me, he goes, this is when I met JD Era at that pony battle, and he had said to me, yo, I think you're dope, but I'm coming for your spot tonight. I didn't even want to be in a pony battle, but I felt there was some money there, so let me go get the bag, right? So Scandalous was there, and I remember all y'all were there, the Empire guys. The boost section.
I wasn't privy to that, or I wasn't down at that point.
At that point, but you were there in that like.
No, I wasn't at the pony battle.
Oh, you didn't go. Okay,
no,
so
I heard about that.
So the whole Toronto Wu-Tang Clan of Empire was in the building, full of fucking lyricists, right? Yep. And they're rooting for Scandalous. I got Section 6 in the building. We're all, it's deep. There's a lot of people that are in there.
That's a nice
and this is at Revival.
Oh, wow.
Right? This is where it's at. So now...
It's the two crews alone just packed the place.
Yeah, so Socrates is the host. There's a couple judges. There's another guy named Iconic, or Ironic, from Ottawa. He's in the battle. There's a few good people in the battle. Now, there's a lot of topics in these battles. So it's not like we're not necessarily going at each other. They're giving us topics. And... I was cooking every topic, and until we got to a section where it was like, okay, now it's like we gotta start. There's gonna be like direct battles. The people that were left in. So now I get my moment, and I remember that I don't have a bad memory. Right. I may be a short term one, but a long term one, verbatim. I don't have no reason to lie about anything. I don't give a fuck. However. This round happens, and I know who the best people are left in the competition, right? Okay. Scandalous, Ironic, some Indian guy, I don't know his name, I don't remember him because I don't think he went on longer. Era was out of the competition, and there was some little, don't know how he was making it through the rounds, white kid, right? This moment, this round, I fucking turned around and I fucking cooked Tony, cooked Ironic, and cooked this Indian guy at once. They were all the fuck out of there. Yeah. And all that was left was me and this kid. And he was finished. He was like, it was a fucking a deer in the headlights being driven by 5 lions. He was done. Finished. I'm gonna blame it on Adam Bomb or something. I don't know who talks to who. I don't blame him. We're gonna blame Skinny the Nutcracker. We're gonna blame it on. Just one of them motherfuckers just like scared of us. Started the rooting section. I don't know which one I'm gonna blame it on. Right? I don't know which one I'm gonna blame it on. Okay. But yeah, I caught it. Herbie watching me. No, I'm good. So.
I'm just trying to get the story. I'm laughing at when you say Skinny Nut, Adam Bomb, and these guys.
Whichever one was responsible for starting the food section, right? So I don't know what on earth happened, but Socrates leans to me and says, "This is the night that you pass the torch, Bishop."
Wow.
Pass the torch.
I said, what?
Pass the torch.
What? Hey, dog, it's like $2,000 in that pot over there. Yeah. Pair of shoes and that free single. And left the walk. Bro. Bro, and I looked at him. I said, "What?" And he's just smiling. He's like, and I'm like, wait, what are you saying right now, right? And I'm like, I'm already like into the round with. I'm supposed to be battling this kid now for the finals. Bro, this man literally, I don't know what Socrates did, but he said something to this person, and must have made them think that I was okay with stepping down and letting Scandalous battle this kid at the end.
Wow.
If I'm lying, strike me. Strike me.
Wow.
Because nobody battled me that night to beat me and get me out of there.
Yeah.
Socrates said, tonight's the night you go to pass the torch.
Wow.
I never even spoke to him about that. We should talk about that, Socks. Why did you say that, son?
Wow, that's
It made no sense.
Wow.
I love Socrates. He's my OG. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Facts. You know what I mean? But I don't know what you meant by that. So, if anybody's gonna get it, cool. I felt like maybe there wasn't enough honor afterwards in the conversation to say that I actually did have to step down. Because nobody beat me in the battle. Yeah. Right?
Wow,
so I felt like, and I was really happy for Scandalous to get, a single put together, pressed up or whatever. I mean, I don't know what song that he pressed up, but it was dope for him.
Extra.
Yeah.
I did the management after.
Right. So I was really happy
Shout out to you, Craig.
So I was really happy that he got that moment because I only cared about the money at that point, right? And my reputation. So it didn't really go around that I got beat at the pony battle. It just, I didn't win it. So when you said Scandalous won that and it was an L for me, no, incorrect. It was, it's still very weird. Well, now that I think about it. And because I was cooking that night and I was there to get that money.
Yeah, tapped the wall and left past the torch.
Yeah, and Socrates has said some pretty. Shot Clear and Socrates are very good at saying some very random shit, and that might still take the cake for the most random shit that Socrates has ever said to me. As far as like, tonight is the night that you're gonna pass the torch. I'm like, wait a minute, I need my money. I'm here for my money. I think that, you know what, matter of fact, now that I think about it, we might have to go to the judges and find out, does Socrates owe me $2,000? Let me call 50 Cent. Let me call 50. I think Socrates might owe me $2,000. Can we go to the judges? Listen, if you're watching this right now in the comments, after you heard that story, does Socrates owe me $2,000 or what?
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Let me know.
Okay, so let's get back on track for a second. KOTD. How did?
Okay, so I knew Organic from those events that I would throw. I would throw these big events, and he came to a couple of them. I judged some amp battles, and he was becoming like, he was now like the guy bubbling quietly in the underground type of circuit of these battles, right? And he was crazy. Like, he was like one of those guys that'd be like, I fucking rip your fucking your abortion out of your fucking girl's pussy out. He was like wild with it, like one of those kind of like very aggressive horrorcore type battlers. You know, he's very he wants to say the meanest shit to you possible. So I knew him. I knew Organic coming up from that, from seeing him doing that, and then all of a sudden, he took it to the next level. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna throw events," because it was dying. The events were dying. Yeah, it was. There was no more freestyle events like the ones that me and Scandalous were in or throwing, and so he decided to switch it up, and then it became a written thing. I don't know what his inspiration was for it, personally himself, but I know that he's always been a really big fan of the culture, from key battling, like battling on the internet, and like, he was always following those guys in the West Coast and certain underground rappers that were battlers. He was following that, like he was with that. I was not with that. I didn't care. I was more of the guy, like, I was in the street and I was like, if you meet me by chance and you think you're better, then we're gonna pop off and we'll find out. Yeah. That's where I come from. I didn't come from. I got 3 months to prepare for you. It's
gonna be two 90-second verses. Right.
Work.
I didn't come for that.
Do your research.
So fast forward, Bizz takes me to fucking the third King of the Dot event they've ever thrown.
This from the crack house.
And I got hammered, and I had a fucking amazing time. There was a bunch of girls there, and everybody was showing me love because I was Bishop. Like, you know, I had done this, what they're doing. I had been doing this. So in the battle rap culture, I was known because I was an undefeated guy. I battled Jin. I was on 106 in Park. I made music. I was known, right? Humbly saying I was known. So it was exciting for them to have somebody there that was validating it, so to speak. Like, you know, I was in the industry. I was doing stuff, right? Co-sign, yeah. That's the word I was looking for, co-signing it, right? So I loved it. And I always thought organic was cool, and I thought these guys were fucking amazing. They were battling. I'm like Holohan and fucking Caliente, and like all these people were battling, and I thought it was dope. So
even this is the roots of how it started.
Yeah, it was, and like, but I didn't even know that at that point. I was just going there to some rap battle shit, and hoping I wouldn't end up by surprise getting jumped into battling because I wasn't in that state of mind at that point. So I just went to go enjoy the culture because that's what I call it, the sport, and I thought it was incredible. So I was like, oh fuck, there's something here. You know what I mean? So I said to him, I said, yo, if you want me to come out again, I'll come out again. And then he just kept calling me and kept saying, yo, come out, and I'd keep coming out. And then eventually I became a co-host, like, for real. And then the first time where I kind of like really made a business move where I was like, okay, because I kept going there and you know, I'd get in for free and I'd host. I wouldn't ask them for money because like I'm not that guy, right? Like I fucked with it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So then the first time I made a real business move was I felt that Pat Stay was incredible. Right?
Yeah, shout out Pat.
I thought Pat Stay was incredible. Yeah. And I thought he was battling people that weren't of his echelon, right? I didn't think that they were, I thought they were good, but I didn't think that, I felt he was a star in the making. I thought he was going to be something, what he is now. Yeah. I foresaw that, right? I've done that with a lot of talent, and Pat Stay was definitely one that I felt was going to be the one. So I said, I need to get somebody from America to battle him. I think he needs real aggressive and big competition.
So it's going to challenge him.
Right, in a big way. And I found Arsenal.
Christ, he could bust off his heat like fuck the police, cause if it's Darko, Arsenal's up in a tree. Cops won't find him for shit. Let's see, crumple some leaves and they crack a funny ass.
And I didn't know Arsenal, but I got his phone number because I had connects. And, you know, all my friends in the States are, you know, heavy in the underground battle rap scene. Swave, Poison Pen, all these guys. So I got his number and I cold called him. And I was like, yo, there's a league on.
Hey, how y'all doing? Don't forget to like and leave your comments below. And if you like videos like this, as well as others on our channel, please remember to subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the notification bell so you'll know when we're dropping new videos daily.